The one beauty part about Futsal Nationals is that we get to see the state of origin, but on a futsal court. My name's Adam Palombi. Welcome back to Court 7. It's Pool A on day 3 in the group stage to come to its conclusion following Football New South Wales Thunder, who take on Football Queensland in this last group stage matchup. And given both these teams' pedigree, it could simply be a prelude to what's to come further on in the business end of the competition. The reigning champions were imperative yesterday, despite that loss in which they incurred against FV Blues. As for FV Queensland, they began the tournament against the team aforementioned with a draw, but ultimately go on to win by 7 goals in a 10-3 drubbing of FV's open men's side. Anticipate a nice field of this one, considering that both these sides are well and truly in the mix to go all the way. Shamsuddin for Wade Giovanali, Dib and Massarola complete the lineup alongside goalkeeper Sasha Chilas. As for those in Burgundy, their captain Claudia Ian Thorne joins Max Demetrius, Dice Robertson and Dallas Tack all on court. Giovanali. Massarola, lovely ball. Giovanali, one at the back. Jones back to the keeper. He's gone long, hoping to find Dak, and it was Dib underneath it instead. Searching forward was Dib. Still going somehow. Has the ball under his string. Massarola with the block. Robertson. Theorn. Giovanali heads it away only as far as Ryan Jones. Crossed in and not dealt with. Theorn keeps the move going. In fact, no, he doesn't. Giovanali. It's worth touching on that on court 6 at the moment. Football WA are trailing by 1 goal against NSW Lightning. In a matchup that has still continued in Pool B. Football WA looking to complete on the comeback. They still have 35 seconds. We'll keep an eye on what's to occur there. Tyler Garner's going for a run on the meantime. That's just caught our eye at the moment. It's time to exam. We'll provide score updates on that one as they come through. Shamsuddin went to twist and turn, and his shot ultimately went wide of the keeper. And there's your equaliser for Football Western Australia. Within the last 6 seconds, they complete the comeback. Out on court 6. A timeout has been called. Drama unfolding all around us at the Melbourne Sports Centre. Meanwhile on this one, Dib. To Giovanali. Dib once more. Grant Lynch awaiting to enter the court, considering he's been the most prominent player in this competition so far. Meanwhile, it was Massarola who wanted Dib. Dak wants to go for a run. Does Dak dispatched and wasn't ultimately far away from Chilas. Giovanali twisting, turning, rampaging still. Thorn cleaning things up. Massarola. Dib. Barsden. Works it back to Dib. Bit of a lunge. Keeps it alive. Giovanali. Not around Jones. Now Dak. Interprets possession. And keeps Chilas honest. And ready for the bombardment. Guerrero on court, as is their captain, Ethan DeMello, the futsal root. Guerrero holding it up. Giovanali wanted the extra pass instead for DeMello. And on court 6, it has concluded. They were trailing by 4-1 at one stage with 6 minutes left on the clock in the second half, but ultimately Football Western Australia remain undefeated. They come back to make it 4 goals apiece at the expense of Football NSW Lightning. Intriguing. Barsden, DeMello wants Lynch, gets Lynch. So we're touching on before, the man on 5 goals so far this campaign. Another futsal rule at the arsenal of the Thunder. Champions, of course, in the most recent edition of the Futsal Nationals back in 2024 is Guerrero. DeMello. Guerrero trying to get around Bowman. Ronaldo Navarro with the block. DeMello, Lynch, Guerrero. Well read by Bowman. Barsden for DeMello, Lynch. Heavy touch. Navarro. Bowman. Touch from George. Bowman wanted George once more. DeMello intervenes. Guerrero backtracking. And residing with Lynch. Guerrero. Numbers firmly back with Queensland. Twisting, turning was Guerrero. Blocking was Barboza. Barsden trying to get around. Big slide. Bowman with the vital intervention. Bowman couldn't flick around Guerrero. Fall back with the keeper. Navarro. George. Either side haven't really blinked yet in this one. Queensland have had a couple of shots dispatched, as have NSW. Though the keepers haven't exactly been tested yet. of course, with the Melburnian summer in full flight. Gets rather sticky inside the Melbourne Sports Centre. Wonder if that has any implications upon the players as Guerrero. Dib back to Guerrero. De Mello. Guerrero will take it on. Almost out of frustration, really, from the number 5. Navarro trying to open the door. Bowman was leading. An incisive run as Jafari has his first involvement. Navarro, chipping ball. George the idea. Guerrero, Jafari. Dib for De Mello. Trying to create that opening. Circling like sharks, those in sky blue. And Queensland get it back. Bowman. And Jafari had a slight chance to get away, and Giovanni will rekindle with Guerrero. Jafari with the, fake, and ultimately the move squanders. And the Pool A contest between the FV Blues and FV Navy side has finally kicked off on court 6. A bit behind schedule, of course, following that WA Lightning game. Guerrero, Dib. Giovanni, back for Dib. Methodical. The champions is Dib. Lovely ball for Jafari. He wasn't intending it, really. And for a brief moment, those in burgundy undone, as it looks as if there's going to be a quadruple change. Demetrius, Fenn, and a duo of other players in Bourdain all ready to come on. But it's Dib for NSW Thunder, who crash home the opening goal. And we understand why, in which a quadruple change was coming, considering that NSW are really starting to mount something. And they found the opening goal as Bourdain had a shift wide to Connor Demetrius, who exercised Chilas. Fenn goes low. Giovanni, foot in the way. Demetrius. Max and Connor combining. Corner coming up. Bourdain a bit heavy. Demetrius not near it. Giovanni for Jafari. Finds Guerrero nicely. Giovanni. Guerrero stepping inside. He ends a corner. Thunder trying to find their second. Giovanni. He loves scoring from a set piece. Meanwhile, Jafari for Dib for Giovanni, and there's their second. Textbook play from the Thunder, and the champions fire in their second, courtesy of Wade Giovanni. It was razor-sharp precision from start to finish throughout that move, and it culminates with a goal. And it's Queensland chasing the game. Bourdain snapshot in towards Chilas, who blocks. Dib working out of a phone box, clears. Corner, crossed in. Demetrius never caught it with real conviction. Massarola, Dib, lovely touch for Jafari. Giovanali. Jafari. Measured was Giovanali to Massarola. Jafari playing pivot. Massarola for Giovanali. They're remaining in this methodical pattern. Those in sky blue, they're really dominating possession at the moment. And Queensland don't seem to have an answer. Hence that quadruple change, which is something rather foreign to futsal. Of course, it does happen, but it's not often it does. Bit deep for Bourdain. Dib. Giovanali. Massarola. Pressed heavy by Connor Demetrius. Dib for Lynch. He's yet to come alive in this one. Not that Queensland really need him to. Of course, he inflicts further punishment upon the side already, trailing by 2-0. Guerrero has the fly kit on. And Dib tests a keeper. Massarola for Dib. And the intent is pure. It's not so much looking for the 3 points. It's looking to make a statement now, NSW. And Football Queensland, I believe, have realised that. And I don't know if they wanted to play the timeout, considering Guerrero was still running back, well, frantically, to cover the goals. So we cross to a short timeout break. Football Queensland trailing by 2-0, courtesy of early goals from Dib and Wade Giovanali from the NSW Thunder. Nine minutes, 16 remaining on the clock in this opening half. Is there a response on the precipice for those trailing by 2-0? Unrelenting pressure from Football New South Wales Thunder. Although, dare I say, this is the exact same vein in which they started in yesterday. They were leading 3-1. They're taking them until, well, all the way until the end of the first half to score, but they found a couple of early goals in the second, and they looked not home and hosed, but certainly in a prominent position dare I say, might have gone too hard too early. So I wonder how to withstand it today as Lynch, Demetrius couldn't clear. Lynch might be there, but so is Dib, who takes a heavy touch wide. Recycles with Giovanali. Massarola. Lynch. Giovanali. In firm control are those in sky blue. Can't be understated at the minute. It's been one-way traffic at the moment. Lynch holds it up. Massarola, lovely fake for Giovanali. Never caught it adequately enough. Perhaps was looking for Lynch at the front post. Giovanali for Dib. Fenn couldn't find a teammate, was happy to clear instead. No nonsense from Fenn, he clears. With the threat of Lynch very prominent. Massarola stepping inside. Might have room for a shot. Well, in fact, did have room for a shot. That was pushed away by the keeper. Bourdain. Demetrius. Connor's side ball out of Demetrius Fenn through the gates. Kept going forward. Massarola and Dib trying to clean this up. Dib for Lynch. Lovely back heel. Nice slide from Connor Demetrius. Prevents what would have been Lynch in on goal. Massarola. Haven't seen much of Malik Shamsuddin this opening half. He's on court now, the man in yellow. Massarola, it was Demetrius who steps in front. Lynch cuts it off and looks towards goal. Methodical with his movements, the tall man. It's cut off by Massarola with his back. Works it to Lynch. And the ascendancy is still firmly remaining with the side in front. Massarola. Going solo, finding Lynch. Measured effort, denied by the keeper. And Delastack had his keeper, but didn't use him. Shamsuddin. Massarola. Dib. Massarola. Shamsuddin. Thorn in the way, controls it initially. Reverse pass works for Bourdain. Jones for Delastack. A lot better from the side in Burgundy. Although they've had some efforts on goal, they haven't really seemed to infiltrate Chilas yet. Jafari and Bowman coming together. In fact, it was Jones whose effort was shot and blocked. Guerrero. Shamsuddin. Barsden for Jafari. Guerrero. Working left and right and left at the moment. Essentially for Jafari holding it up. It was Barsden storming in. Shamsuddin losing his footing. And trapping the ball, which was not legal. Dion. Jones with the, well, not a highlight, real bit of skill in the play. Thistles trying to pull out all the stops, you could argue. Football Queensland, they simply, in this State of Origin clash, haven't ignited yet. Guerrero, who is unsighted of the movement and all considered, he's completely squandered play. Guerrero, Jafari. Trying to release the pivot was Guerrero, couldn't do so. It's hard to really decipher what's going on at the moment considering it's been all one-way traffic, but Dallas nearly threw a spanner in those works as Robertson was at the back post, unattended. Dallas Stack earned his own ball and wasn't too far away from scoring. Once more, Guerrero just not able to facilitate a pass. It's the chest of Dallas Stack, who could have control, but Queensland currently just trying to gain some momentum. Can they find a goal before half-time? Dak deflection. Post rattles. And the momentum shift at the minute could be a tangible one if they are to score. Dion rolls it for Dak. Shamsuddin clears off the line. Robertson, they've overcooked it. It was Jones. Caught up in the play also. He touched it twice. Dak turning not as far as Jafari. Shamsuddin gets it back from Giovanali. Giovanali for Jafari. Cut off by Robertson. Dak. Ooh. Slight eyebrow raise considering it was Jones lurking with intent, although it wasn't found. Guerrero measured for DeMello. Entering the last 3 minutes of this opening half. Giovanali. Jafari will fall towards him. Guerrero. Giovanali back to Guerrero. Jafari central. Touch was a bit heavy with his chest. Nearly off to the races perhaps for Queensland with Robertson. Although Jones couldn't find him. Giovanali overplays the move and FNSW just gives back possession to Queensland. So Queensland have now finally moulded themselves into this game adequately. Robertson tried to go around a couple. Big collision, Giovanali. There with Jones as Dak has possession. Steps inside was Dak. They're out to find a late goal. It would certainly give them the means necessary to kickstart that comeback. Thorn controls, dispatches towards the middle. As Giovanali looks to be in a bit of discomfort here. We'll report on his whereabouts when we can. And his injury concern is Robertson, Dak deflecting. Tide shifting. Thorn whips it in. And as far as Guerrero. And the concern on Wade Giovanali might just be he's right now, though he is back up on his feet. The concern from the Thunder bench. Thorn, very heavy touch. Jafari has numbers left and right. Brilliant move and a brilliant goal. Finished by Guerrero, started by Jafari, provided by Dib. And they're 3 to the good now, the Thunder. Just on the cusp of half-time. A heavy touch from the Queensland captain. And that's a real, just showcase of how even the most minuscule mistakes can lead to the most best of outcomes. You simply cannot make errors of those magnitude. But, it wasn't as if it was a real calamity. It was just a heavy touch which led to a goal. Those numbers all for New South Wales, in which they made work. Still a minute 20 left in this half. If Queensland can pull it back to 2, it would set them up a little bit kinder for the second half. Massarola going on a journey. He blocked the keeper's clearance, which was deflecting. Back inside Queensland's technical area. Last minute of this first half. Navarro intended. Lynch intervenes. Bowman with a standing challenge. And as aforementioned on Community TV, all 270 games of the 2025 Futsal Nationals, all broadcast. As we're not far away from making it sudden death. All kick-starting tomorrow with the grand finals on Sunday. George earns a corner. Is there something they can provide late in this one? Navarro, reverse pass with Barboza. Bowman for Barboza. George. Clearance by Massarola. Seconds will tick down. This would have to be their last grasp move. But it might not matter if they are to get forward, considering that is the sound of the whistle to indicate half-time. And a current healthy lead for Football New South Wales Thunder. The Champions lead 3-0 as we cross to half-time.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
The second half about to kick-start on court 7. Dib, Giovanali and Guerrero all on the score sheet so far as Lynch takes charge and puts his name on it within the opening 5 seconds of the second half. The Futsal Roo could simply do whatever he wanted, and that's goal number 6 for the Thunder number 9 this campaign. It's gone not exactly according to the script for Football Queensland in this one, but oh well. They had started the second half perhaps the worst possible way you can imagine, having conceded the goal as early as that. Football New South Wales still looking to continue in this rich vein they're currently executing. Looking to really bounce back, and they simply have, considering come from behind loss they experienced yesterday. But Lynch will see the funny side to that. He's completely miscued it, rather than truly onto the roof. Dib for DeMello. And Gabriel Murray has come into the fray. He will play out this second half, the goalkeeper. Dib. DeMello was a little bit behind Jamie Dib. Talis Tack thought about letting fly. Bowman takes a tumble. Lynch. DeMello for Massarola. Charging forward is Massarola. It's a brilliant run. It's a brilliant goal. The colour of his boots, the way in which he tore through the Queensland side, it was like fire. And, well, 5 goals to the good, all now considered. A solo run, and that might just be pick of the bunch. Courtesy of Jared Massarola. Damaging intentions. And well, when he's given that much space, with the skill he has and the pace he has also to boast, it was all about the finish once all the hard work was done. And, well, the goalkeeper was stranded. Massarola. DeMello wants the side to push up. And a ball practically on a string, but Talis Tack was there to just usher it out of play. Dib. Massarola for DeMello. Jafari holds it up. DeMello had intentions. Good block. Necessary block from Jones, although Jafari, Bowman, trying to get around his counterpart number of Jamie Dib and couldn't do so. DeMello gets it back from Massarola. Barsden DeMello. Well, won the ball back, and Delastack has a chance in which he scores. Ronaldo Navarro earned the ball following a standing challenge. And once Delastack had turned onto his left, off the bar and in beyond Ramzani, the goalkeeper. And that's one back for Football Queensland. Jones. Deep ball for Dak. Nice first touch. Bourdain. Demetrius back from Barboza. Out wide now, Barboza. Central for Demetrius. DeMello pressing. Receiving possession. Not around Bourdain. Shamsuddin. Basden. And Jafari. DeMello. Trying to get around that of Max Demetrius. Now work it quickly. Demetrius not exactly thrilled. And the free kick was taken so quickly, although that's how this game tends to go. It's fast-paced action. Barboza. Couldn't manufacture a pass. Shamsuddin. Well, it has been done today. Well, the margin not as great, but it's worth reminding what happened exactly in Pool B's Court 6 game between WA and the Lightning. It was the NSW side leading by 3 goals. At one stage, 4 goals. It was 4-0. So same deficit that Queensland have to chase. It was Football WA who ultimately got back on level terms with the last 5 seconds to remain undefeated. Still some time left here, of course. With the stop clock, there is ample time for that to occur. It's all on the onus of Football Queensland. Another side on whom haven't tasted defeat yet in the competition thus far. Pedestrian from Barboza. Now DeMello. Saved by Murray. Corner for the side in front. Jafari. Confident from Murray. Bourdain. Barboza. They can't seem to manufacture a pass out the back. DeMello. Jafari. It's getting a little bit awkward from New South defensively. It was a nice idea over the top from DeMello for Barsden, although he wasn't found. Demetrius. And Jafari getting a bit confusing all in that play. DeMello's short ball. Barsden back to DeMello. Jafari goes down. Barsden. DeMello not around Connor Demetrius. Barsden. Shamsuddin searching forward. It was Max Demetrius who impedes the number 7 of NSW. Wants the ploy from the free kick. And while the goalkeeper, Omid Ramzani, has opted to step up to the plate. What can Ramzani conjure up here from the dead ball? The goalkeeper hits Murray and over the top. Shamsuddin was home to intervene. Lovely back heel for Shamsuddin. He squares it for Jafari. And a textbook finish from the pivot player. And it's the champions running right at the minute. (6-1) the score. And it's been quite the bounce back performance from a side in whom, well, up against all the opponents in FV Blues in yesterday's contest. They and ultimately gassed themselves out in that contest, you could argue, but they've been full steam ahead so far in this one. And they're head and shoulders above their opponents now. Ramzani looks for Shamsuddin, who is in the crosshairs of that. Just, well, perhaps involved with Demetrius. George. Robertson wants Fenn. Keeps it in just. No, he doesn't. Side ball. Fenn for George. Dallas. Fenn. George. Back to Dallas Tack. Tack takes it on. Ramzani had to save. Fenn. George. On for Fenn. Dallas. Out of Dak was trying to just polarise his players. He wants them to keep giving this one a fair crack. DeMello, evasive, Dib. Barsden, Jafari holds it up nicely. Barsden, Dib, Jafari at the back post. Barsden for DeMello, they're queuing up. Robertson has to clean up. And he crashes into Barston, who's back up on his feet. Now an opening might occur for Dak. He might get a second chance. Problems for Mzani into a double save. DeMello working in a very confined area. Dak to Murray. Robertson not around DeMello. Dak. Robertson. For Dak on towards Fenn. Lynch on court. Lynch takes a touch, keeps it in play. Oh, it's backwards pass to Dib. Jafari. Guerrero. Lynch. Dib. Measured. Guerrero. Lynch. Lovely move. Lovely goal. Jafari with the cheeky chip. All four NSW Thunder players involved in the build-up. Lynch providing, Jafari scoring. And they're emulating a brilliant result in which they'll take with them heading into the finals. All kick-starting tomorrow morning, that of the quarters. Robertson just not interpreting a teammate's movements on that occasion. And as another one for Guerrero. It's getting rather ugly at the minute. And it's rather bleak, all considering that, well, this contest was certainly billed to be a lot closer, considering how both these fared against the Blues. But while a real statement has been made on court 7. As for court 6, well, another unhealthy margin to speak of. As we start to realise in this competition who exactly means business. Dib, Jafari is behind him. That's a roller. And now a counter charge with Dallas Dak was on the cards, but Guerrero was on the deck. Finn can't find a teammate. Shamsuddin. That's a roller for Guerrero. 8-1 the score. It's... Well, what can really be said for what hasn't been illustrated on the Kommunity TV live stream? It's been one-way traffic and the floodgates have opened. Guerrero. Shamsuddin, Massarola. Shamsuddin, heavy touch. Murray will claim. Robertson. Put behind him. Guerrero takes charge. Wrestle between Guerrero and Robertson. Theon. Demetrius, let's fly. Ramzani hasn't exactly been adequately tested yet. Nothing he can do to really prevent Dallas Tack's goal. As Demetrius thought he'd try something of his own. Shamsuddin. Trying to go around Theon. Captain hits the deck. The official saying it was all a natural movement. As Murray is trying to play an extra player momentarily. Guerrero going solo through the engine room. Theon. Heavy press Guerrero. Lovely roulette. He's by himself. Theon and Guerrero are starting to tussle. And on that occasion, the whistle sounds for Queensland. Demetrius. Theon. Shamsuddin, nice interpretation, but is out of play. Ramzani caught upon. It was Jones who let fly. Jones, reverse, Demetrius, never met it properly. Guerrero stumbling, getting a lovely ball in. Shamsuddin wasn't far away, but Murray was there. Reaction saved by the man in white. Danger not averted. Jones trying to go forward, and it was Massarola who slides. (6-0) on court 6. The Blues dismantling the Open Men's Navy side as Barston has Lynch. He finds his second and his 7th in the competition. 2 against 1 on the counter-attack. Textbook from the Thunder in what has been a very dominant display. And for clarification, it is 9-1 on the scoreboard. Not exact fair representation of Football Queensland's futsal side, considering in their opening game they had the makings to win it against the side in whom beat the current 9-1 team on the scoreboard. So I'm not sure if this is an accurate representation of what Football Queensland have in their arsenal. It simply hasn't been their day. Although it's a real, somewhat ominous message of what FNSW Thunder are looking to achieve. They want to hold on to their esteemed crown in the Men's Open. And after a performance like today, it's very hard to really decipher as to why they wouldn't. Lynch leading, acrobatic. Oh, semi. Considering the turn involved. Fionn. Not sure where to circle towards. Lynch. Demetrius will clear. Play will... No, it won't stay alive. Lynch wants to go quick. Barsden for Lynch. She was at the back post. And, wow, okay, so... that is the statement being made further. Guerrero has the fly kit on. It's not exactly necessary considering the score, but well, they've activated fifth man. Dib for Guerrero. Fifth man installed. DeMello had it caught behind him. Bit of pressure. Unforced, really, but how about that from the captain? Had all the composure in the stadium to shift away. Guerrero looping ball. Busden for Guerrero. Dib. Demetrius steps up with Barboza. Guerrero for Lynch. They make it work. And there's the number 9's hat-trick. (10-1) the score. Football Queensland will issue a timeout. Goal number 8 in the campaign for the number 9. As we cross to a short intermission on commentary. It's been one-way traffic in this one. Not many would have expected what we're seeing on court 7. 10-1 in favour of the champions. We cross to a short timeout break. The subplot developing is if the number 9 can hit 9. Goals in this campaign so far. And it's worth mentioning, I don't think we've seen the best of him yet. It's concerning if you're an opponent. There's one back for Queensland. And Demetrius will claim it. A consolation prize, much merited by those in Burgundy. In what has been a now 11-goal game. Spread 9 goals to 2. Just touching on the FNSW Thunder, number 9 of Grant Lynch. I don't think we've seen the best of the Futsal yet. He's been almost casual about his performances. Although on many occasions he's been in the right place at the right time to finish. I don't think we've seen the best of his overall game yet, which is concerning if your opponents in future contests. As Lynch towards Basden. Guerrero had Tibbs circling. Lynch, lovely touch, Guerrero. Navarro can't seem to find nothing forward, and it's awkward viewing. You support Queensland as a neutral. It's these sorts of games are definitely a real testament to the quality that's on court, considering it wasn't expected to be in this current predicament. Dibb. Round Bourdain. Not past Murray. Nearing our last 3 minutes. And the concluding game of all the group stage in the men's tournament so far. Guerrero. DeMello. Dibb for Guerrero. Barboza bustling to keep the ball and couldn't do so. DeMello. Dibb. DeMello, Lynch. And now there might be an opportunity. And a goal for Bourdain. Shot fired beyond the fly keeper Guerrero. And it's another for Football Queensland. The number 10 of Bourdain registers a goal. 9-3 the score. Lynch. DeMello for Dibb. Demetrius takes charge. Came together with Dibb. DeMello. Dibb. Guerrero still going, the fly keeper. And DeMello caught it off the half volley with a side foot, in which goes well and truly over the crossbar. Demetrius. Bourdain. Is there another consolation for those in burgundy? Bourdain not around Dibb. Lynch intervenes. Barsden. Barbosa cuts it off. And now Demetrius. Had Bourdain. Nice intervention from Barsden. On comes Guerrero yet again. DeMello. Dibb. Guerrero, Lynch, back to Guerrero. Dibb. Too deep. And Barbosa couldn't relinquish Demetrius. Guerrero. Bit deep for Dibb. Navarro started the move. Barbosa earned the foul. Bourdain at the back post. It was Demetrius, he couldn't catch it. And it's nearly good night, Irene. As Lynch has had one late goal. Dibb trying to go around Bourdain. Nice slide. Now Murray wants to go on a journey. The goalkeeper. He stumbles on his own feet. And perhaps just got a little bit too excited following what was in front of him. And that's going to be all the spoils completed in Group A. The full-time whistle sounds. A comprehensive result in favour of the champions. 9-3 at the expense of Football Queensland. And that wraps up our coverage on commentary. I've been Adam Palombi. We thank you for joining us on Community TV. And until the quarterfinals tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, 11 a.m., we'll have some more Futsal National Championships men's action. Thank you and enjoy your day.